Hello there, Lynx here, and this is Sakura Alien 2. Apparently still at the moment of recording. Literally my channel is the only place showing this. Crazy. So, if you're up for Sakura content, you should stay here, just here. Don't move anywhere else. I'm the only one covering this. The entire franchise. That's right. Subscribe if you haven't already. But now we are getting to the game. The following days that pass are dominated, or so it seems, by Professor Sakai's presence. Yes! I see her on occasions when I commute to the campus with Yori, for I've yet to spy her sleeping on the sidewalk as she did during our first encounter. I mean, I thought, to be honest, for I hope she will not be sleeping anymore. You know, would be nice if she didn't injure herself at all. I guess she's learned from that little mishap because she swapped out her favorite heels for a pair of flats. Correct. Correct. Ladies, remember, we guys don't give a damn as well if you wear high heels or flat shoes. It's a fact. Actually, to be fair, some of us know, so I would say it's better if you wear flat shoes. At least your feet will not get messed up. Because high heels can mess up those legs. Like, keep the high heels for, like, I guess special occasions, something like that. Or just don't listen to what I have to say. I see her on the campus too, during my lectures, and later in the astronomy club room, and up on the roof. Professor Sakai appeared in my life like a bolt from the blue, but now she's become more entrenched within it than I ever imagined she would. When she looks at me, it feels like she's searching for something, but I think her real point of interest is Anna. Her eyes seem drawn to her as though by a powerful magnetism. She's not said anything to suggest that she suspects Anna of being anything other than an ordinary human, but the special attention she's paying her is unnerving. I'm sure some things are rare, but I have no idea what is. Left with no real way of raising the subject to Professor Sakai, for fear of arousing her suspicion, I instead focus on trudging through the days with as impassive an expression as possible. It's exhausting, if I'm being quite honest, perhaps even more so than dealing with the broken boiler was. Fortunately, the landlord has since fixed that. That's right. Anna, for her part, seems utterly unaware of Professor Sakai's attentions. She's behaving in much the same manner as always, rarely without a smile on her face. I'm glad Anna's cheery nature has been so unaffected, but it does worry me. I wish I knew what Professor Sakai was after, but I have no idea what that might be. This all seems set to change one Wednesday lunchtime, however, at the close of one of Professor Sakai's lectures. I was at the entrance of the lecture hall, ready to slip away with my fellow students when she calls me back. Excuse me, Mr. Takagi, but may I have a word? I don't much want to have a word with Professor Sakai unless that word is goodbye. I've been seeing quite a lot of her lately, but I don't want to be rude. Yes? Examined Professor Sakai blankly, doing my level best to keep an encroaching anxiety from my features. I have to look neutral. That seems paramount given the circumstances. Is something the matter, Professor Sakai? You could say that, I suppose. Professor Sakai frowns, her arms folded beneath her chest. Her chest might be impressive, yeah, but not even the sound of her sweater puppies are enough to offset the nervous hammering of my heart. I'm starting to feel sick. I have something very important I would like to discuss with you, for we can't do it here. I would prefer it if we could go somewhere private, such as
my office.
Ooh.
This is a delicate matter, you understand?
Delicate? Professor Sakai nods.
The fate of your little club is hanging in the balance. I know you feel strongly about said club and its members, and that you would want any misfortune to befall them. Your bond with your friends is impressive, but is easily exploitable too. I had to use your best qualities against you when you have been so very good to me, but I have a duty I must uphold as a member of the university's faculty. I'm acting only as I feel I ought, so please do not despise me for this.
Okay. Now I'm really starting to panic. I thought there was a chance, as I shuffled my way back to Professor Sakai, that she won't talk about something innocuous, like my grades, but this sounds serious. Why'd she drag my friends into this matter? She's not said as much, but this has got to be about Anna. I'm certain of it. I swallow all of a sudden. My throat feels very dry. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
You might not know now, but you will in time, should you consent to come with me. You aren't busy, are you?
No, I'm not. It's lunchtime. I don't have anything to do right now.
Then there should be nothing stopping you and I from having a little chat. 1-on-1. What do you say?
Professor Sakai poses this question to me in a perfectly cordial manner, but she must know I have no real choice in the matter, not after she spouted all that cryptic stuff about the welfare of my friends. It was waved through about 3 layers of obfuscation, but I'm not stupid. I can recognize a threat when I hear one. Professor Sakai means to tell me something I won't like, and she knows I won't like it. She wouldn't want to talk to me in her office otherwise. What if we will like actually what she wants to talk about? I swallow again. Ooh. Trying to slake the unpleasant aridity of my throat, and then say,
I think that sounds fine, Mom. Please lead the way to your office. I have no objections. Oh, I thought you might say that.
Professor Sakai smiles thinly, but it's a smile which lasts only a few moments. She picks up her fashionable coat, folding it over one arm, then heads to the entrance of the lecture hall.
Now, come with me. I suggest that you remain alert during our talk, Mr. Takagi. Keep your wits about you. You'll need them.
Huh? What? Holy crap, that's fancy. What the hell? This is your office? Damn. I've been to a professor's office once, and that was because of the exam. Like, we wrote the exam in normal hall, but he was checking it on the same day, and also he was like, okay, after the exam is done, if you passed, he will be like, you will tell me about the question, because it was maths, how you solved this question that you did good, the question that you got wrong, how it should be good, and the question you haven't touched, how you would do it to be good. It was so nuts, by the way, but yeah. And basically his office would be like, compared to this, like, let's say the wall behind the desk, and there would be wall to the side of the desk, and let's say up to the armchairs, right? So over here you will have a chair on the other side for the student, and there would be wall behind where the armchairs over here are. Or should I say sofas, or more likely, whatever. So it was a smaller room basically, right? I remember I entered last one. Before me, literally nobody managed to pass the exam. I'm like, entering last one. I studies for this shit. I'll solve everything. I'll tell you how it should be solved. And I was the first to pass. Lucky! And of course, when you go out there, like,
Whoa, whoa, wait, you told him how to solve this? What? How did you do it? How you solved this? How?
you do this. Now, see ya. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I remember we were there, I think, from like 10 a.m. until basically 8 p.m. I was until 8 p.m., right? And the others were even longer. Or was it everyone else being there until 8 p.m. and I got earlier? Like around 5? I don't even remember. By the way, it was first semester. That was the worst exam we had, basically. Because it was in that way. Anyway.
Now let us get down to the brass tacks.
Professor Sakai observes me coldly, one leg crossed over the other. She's sitting at her desk in her office, which isn't particularly large or imposing, but it is quite fancy. Okay, this is a huge office, let's face it. There is a large window by her desk, which lets in a lot of pale, wintry light, which illuminates the few framed landscape paintings on the walls. There are bookshelves in the corners filled with paperbacks and a few filling cabinets standing to attention, like soldiers. Professor Sakai's desk, meanwhile, is made of wood, and it's piled high with miscellanea, all neatly arranged. That's actually a nice desk. And it is kind of like, you know, you have a desk, and there is, like, I would say that probably stands like a bigger leg, right? On our left, and on the right, like a normal leg. So that bigger leg, you'd probably drop a PC over on this. That's a pretty cool idea, actually. Yeah. Anyway, her desktop monitor is shut off, and beside it rests a stack of books. Several essays Professor Sakai must have been in the process of marking, and a cup of half-drunk coffee with a smear of lilac lipstick on the rim. Also, is it... I won't be guessing what kind of brand it is. But maybe we could... grape, yeah, I think it's grape laptop. Probably. Maybe. Anyway. Also, I don't think it's a desktop, but whatever. I'm sure it's not a desktop, actually. A single glance tells me that this is the office of a mature, hard-working woman. Not that I need to look around Professor Sakai's office to tell that much. I already knew she was a sensible woman. It is strange though. I'm used that I can see any personal effects scattered about beyond the coffee cup with the lipstick-stained rim. I mean, she started in here just now. So yeah. I can see any photographs on Professor Sakai's desk of family members or friends. Do people do that? I don't know if I would do that at my work. It's not gonna lie. Yeah. Do I want people from work to know about my family or whatever? Not really. There is no signs in her office she has any family members or friends at all. Her office might be neat, but it's a bit staid. Something about it makes me feel on edge. But well, maybe that can be attributed to the fact that she implored me to come here with her in the first place. I'm not entirely sure what it is she wants to tell me, but I have no doubt it must be something serious. If it wasn't, she wouldn't be looking at me like that.
Let me be upfront with you, Mr. Takagi. I've been observing the activities of the astronomy club for some time now, and I have come to the conclusion there is something strange about your fellow members.
Strange. I swallowed. Ooh, trying and failing to keep the stutter from my voice. What do you mean exactly?
It is hard for me to pinpoint it, but something does seem not seem quite alright about those girls you spend time with. Am I not? And I'm not only referring to Miss Anna's status as an outsider. Surely ought to be enrolled as a student here if she means to make frequent use of the university's facilities. But, well, we've been through that already. I'm still not pleased about that, but this issue extends beyond these minor quibbles.
Right. Can you be more specific than that?
I'm afraid I cannot. I'm operating on a gut feeling, as opposed to anything concrete. I do not have any solid evidence to back up my beliefs, but I believe you are hiding something from me. Is that true, Mr. Takagi?
What? Oh no. I glanced away, unable to meet Professor Sakai's gaze for a moment longer. Technically, you could say something like, I mean, every single person hides something from others, let's face it. Which is kind of true. There are some things that people don't talk about with others, let's face it. It's so intense, it feels like my skin is being flayed from my bones. I'm reminded once more of the intense look Professor Sakai shot Enna when she first accompanied us on one of our stargazing jaunts. She was staring at her, when, as though she could see straight through her. I feared for the worst then, and I'm even more fearful now. Does Professor Sakai know Enna is an alien? How could she have guessed?
What will happen now? Mr. Takagi, please?
Professor Sakai leans forward in her chair, then rests a hand upon my shoulder. I think she means this to be a comforting gesture, but it feels more like a threat.
As an educator, it is my job to listen to the concerns of my students. You can tell me if anything is amiss.
No, there are no problems, really? I slide Professor Sakai's gasping hand from my shoulder, and then inch back in my seat. It might be a cold winter day, but my innards feel unnaturally frigid. It's getting hard to breathe. From what? I can tell that I'm panicking, but it wouldn't do to let Professor Sakai see that. That would only heighten her suspicions. I have to try and play it cool, and that means I have to stop stuttering. I don't really know what you think you know, but there is nothing wrong, really.
Are you sure?
Professor Sakai raises an eyebrow.
Would you be prepared to swear that, upon the lives of your parents and those you hold dear?
Well, what? Why are we so dramatic?
Come on, Mr. Takagi, don't play coy with me. You and I both know you're hiding something.
Fine, I have a crush on you. Boom. Thank you. Easy clap. I mean, with that problem here.
You are not nearly adept enough at lying to fool me. You're too young and naive for it, and much too kind.
Yeah, clearly doesn't know how to do that, this guy.
Your loyalty towards your friends is admirable, but it is vastly more important that I uncover the truth. That is why I was sent here. I'll stop at nothing when it comes to discerning your secrets. You do not have to offer this information up to me of your own volition, of course. I cannot make you do that.
Wait, what do you mean you are sent here? Seems like you are the one who's hiding something. Boom! You plays around.
If you fail to comply, however, you'll have to face the consequences.
What consequences? I stammered out a reply after what feels like entirely too long. My throat constricted with tension and my fingers dig into my thighs. My stomach is so heavy I feel like I've swallowed a stone. Are you threatening me, Professor?
I would not if I had any alternative, but as you insist upon being stubborn...
Professor Sakai sighs.
Yes, I suppose I'm threatening you. If you refuse to cooperate with me, I will lodge a formal complaint with the higher-ups at the university. I have enough sway that I should be able to get you expelled. Expelled? For what? What have I done to deserve that? You have not done anything, other than allow Miss Anna repeated access onto campus, which is not a punishable offense in and of itself. But though I may not appear it, I am an imaginative woman. I'm sure I could fabricate 1 or 2 reasons for your dismissal. I could even get you arrested, if so I desired it. Am I making myself plain?
Then you mean to ruin my future by telling a bunch of lies.
It sounds so very underhanded when you say it like that, but I suppose that is the long and short of it, yes. I don't feel good about doing this, you understand, but I have no option. I need to know what you know about Miss Anna and Miss Akasaka. I'm dedicated to my job, and I will stop nothing. It's nothing to see it through under the bitter end, no matter who gets hurt. Some things are more important than one's integrity. Of course, things need progress so far. I've no desire to get you expelled. I know how serious you are about your future, and I want to see you flourish. You need only confide in me all you know, and I will resign every one of my threats, and gladly too. You can do that, can't you? You just need to be honest with me.
A small smile plays about Professor Sakai's mouth.
You can hardly castigate me, Mr. Takagi, for plotting to tell untruths when you have failed to be honest with me from the very beginning.
I don't. I open my mouth, then close it. I feel so overwhelmed, I have no idea what to say. Yes. I'd be like, yeah, I think we had enough of the talk. Goodbye. I didn't have much hope when Professor Sakai asked me to come to her office for a talk, but the ultimatum she's given me is worse than I think I could have anticipated. It seems almost unbelievable that, early this morning as I walked to the campus with Yori and Anna, I felt so peaceful. I had no idea back then that my life was about to take so drastic a turn. Now, the threat of being expelled is hanging over me like a proverbial rain cloud. As far as I can see, I have two options. I can either betray Anna and admit that she's an alien, or I can keep quiet and let Professor Sakai ruin my future. I don't much like the either choice. This doesn't seem right. Surely there's something else I can do. Can we talk about this?
The time for talking, I'm afraid, has long since passed. I've laid out my terms. You need only accept or refuse. I will not flinch from my position, although...
I say onto this crack in Professor Sakai's defense eagerly, perhaps pathetically so, like a dog with a bone. Is there something I can do for you, Professor? Just say the word and I'll try to help you. I'm willing to do almost anything, no matter how many, if you leave me and Anna and Hiyori alone.
I cannot promise to leave you free alone, alas. But there is one favor you could do for me, if you're willing. It is a bit embarrassing, but, well...
Professor Sakai dips her head, her cheeks pale pink beneath her foundation.
I've seen how close you are with Miss Anna and Miss Akasaka, and I cannot help but think, well...
She bites her lower lip.
I suppose it made me feel somewhat jealous, not as an educator, but as a woman. I just want to be close to you as well, Mr. Takagi. There is nothing I desire more, in fact.
What? 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 Is she trying to get another way to kind of, you know, have some papers on us to convince us to reveal the truth and so on? What? Professor Sakai's eyes bore into mine. They're half lit, but her expression is intense. I can meet her gaze without squirming. I feel like I'm about to melt.
I arrived in Tokyo very recently, you know, for the sake of this job. I've not lived here before. The city is uncharted territory for me. I have no family here, nor any friends. I'm somewhat awkward, in case you hadn't noticed, and I find it hard to meet new people, particularly given how busy I've been acclimatizing myself to my new job. I've been on my own during these last few weeks. I'm a grown woman, so I can bear with it, but even I can feel lonely. Often, I lie awake at night, wishing I had somebody to console me.
Professor Sakai leans in, her fingers cup my cheek, bringing our faces closer still.
And there is nobody I desire more during this lonely... This situation is so crazy.
I can't help it. I'm just can't help but laugh at this.
During these lonely hours, then you, Mr. Takagi. Or should I say, Haru. Won't you give me what I want? You don't have to devote yourself to me completely.
Oh, what if I devote yourself completely to you? Don't reveal the secret. Anyway,
I'm not that selfish. I know you have a special bond with those two girls from the astronomy club which had to be broken.
seems like despite the fact that we said, I'm with Yori, we are with both of them really, still. Anywho.
I only want a few moments of your time, that's all. You won't turn me down, will you?
Well, damn. If I was uncertain before, there is no doubt now. Professor Sakai might be a professor, I her student, but she's definitely propositioning me. I might be dense. Not might, you are dense as fuck, man. It took me an age before I Theory had the hots for me, but I'm not that dense. Dude. You are very dense, like... Ooh! I don't know, I mean, it's very high levels of density. Professor Sakai is so close to me now, I could lean in and kiss her if I wanted. By that token, she could also lean in and kiss me, but I think she's waiting for my say-so. Forceful for her confession, she is being awfully considerate of my feelings. Professor Sakai's face is on fire, and her chest is heaving beneath her charcoal grey sweater. I can't hear the beating of her heart, but I bet it's going crazy. Professor Sakai tries to act aloof and above it all, but she can't mask her real feelings. They are written all over her face. Her openness is certainly enticing. I don't know if I'd be opposed to kissing her if that's what she really wants. But what do I want? Can I really go along with this? What should we do? Do we trust her and kiss her? Or do we not trust her at all and, you know, don't go there? It might be quite dangerous to, you know, do it. But you know, also it seemed like the girls were like, yeah, he's after the teacher as well. The professor, sorry. Right? In that scene where she fell on us. On me. Anyway, let's go first one. I mean to think about this seriously. Really, I do. But Professor Sakai's flushed face is so lovely, it's eroding away my brain. I can't be sensible right now, not when Professor Sakai is looking at me like that. What man could resist when so attractive a woman is proposing them so openly? In real life, I would be able to. The heart of mine is not so easy to sway. Ha ha ha. Actually, it's not possible to sway this heart. Anyway, I know that I can't. I'm not like an alien like Anna, and I'm only human. I want to hold Professor Sakai to me, and I want to impress my mouth upon hers. I want to feel how soft her lips are. I want to taste her saliva. Of course you would say that. Why am I... God damn it, Wink Cloud. And I want to kiss her. So I don't forget later. But then yeah, she's attractive as hell. And so I do. Our mouths overlap, our lips fitting together like two pieces of a puzzle. Professor Sakai shoots eyes open, initially in surprise, but as the seconds pass, she begins to relax into the kiss. The tension drains from her shoulders, and her lips part willingly for my tongue. I wind my arms about her waist and press our bodies together. Professor Sakai doesn't try to shift away, instead she obliges her heaving chest pushed against my own. Nice. I can feel Professor Sakai's warmth through the fabric of her sweater. She's soft. I feel obliged to handle her carefully. I'd hate to hurt her. Damn sounds fill Professor Sakai's face as our kisses grow in intensity. She spurs me on, calling our tongues together, which procures from me a low groan. Professor Sakai might be my senior, not to mention my lecturer, but she doesn't feel like it right now. The distance between us, born from our gap in age and our different statuses, has vanished.
Dude, there is not much distance in,
age gap. It's not that big, come on. With our mouths pressed together like this, we feel like equals. Professor Sakai's moans make my heart flutter. She sounds so cute. It's all I can do not to push her down. And have my way with her, yeah. Is that what she wants? She did tell me she'd be lonely. She'd been lonely. I'm a nice guy.
At least I try to be.
And I want to ease this loneliness of hers if I can. I don't want to leave her unfulfilled. I want to make her happy. Then maybe she'll spare the astronomy club. Maybe she'll be content to leave us alone. How can she leave you alone? And my peaceful days can continue uninterrupted. What about her joining there? I think that will be the best outcome for everybody involved. Well, then we'll all be happy. If only life were that easy. No, dude, I have a feeling she was like, now I can blackmail you like crazy, mister. I feel like that would be it.
That was quite the experience.
Professor Sakai sighs satisfied, I hope, as she adjusts her clothes. She puts her sweater down once more, obscuring her smooth, creamy skin, and uses her dark tresses free of knots with her fingers. Once she's set her appearance back in order, she sits once more upon her seat, legs folded, and smiles at me.
Thank you, Mr. Takagi, for indulging me. It was very good of you to listen to my selfish requests. I hope you do not have any regrets.
Not at all. I don't think there is any guy alive who'd regret doing that, not with a woman as pretty as you.
Do you think I'm pretty?
How could I think otherwise? I mean, you're gorgeous. You are #1 girl in this game.
God, that's me.
Professor Sankai's face turns red, which is, of course, adorable. She acts so coolly competent during her lectures. It's satisfying to see her stammering like this. Her uncommonly frazzled state makes my heart skip a beat. She's so adorable I want to hold her in my arms once more, and rain kisses upon her lips. I want to hear her gasp and whimper and demur and, well, all sorts of other things. The thought's exciting, despite all the kissing and consensual touching we're already done during the last half an hour in her office. I wonder... I'm not a sadist, am I? I mean... Not really, I would say. If we compare to what was happening, for example, in Sakura Sadist, then you are definitely not. I think I might be enjoying this a bit too much for.
You certainly know how to charm a woman, Mr. Takagi. You're far younger than I am, but you comport yourself as one with a good deal of experience. It's a bit scandalous, actually, that you can compliment me with such ease. You don't seem at all perturbed by this.
I would have been back in high school, but I've had a bit of practice since then.
With those two girls from the astronomy club?
Well, Professor Sakai looks me up and down, a knowing expression upon her face. Her smile is as devious as a fox's. I feel like she's peering into my past, rummaging through all the various incidents, shall we say, that I found myself embroiled in over the last month. Now it's my turn to blush. I guess I'm not as infallible as I thought. Professor Sakai might start stammering when she gets nervous, but it seems she knows how to dish it out too. I wonder if that comes from being older than I am. I don't like to kiss and tell. It's fine to talk about my own exploits. Exploits? That sounds so silly. But I don't want to drag Yuri and Anna into this. It's not fair to talk about them. Not behind their backs.
Oh, I see.
Professor Sakai nods. One life like crossed over the other. Her legs, I can't help but note, look incredible in her opaque pantyhose. They cling to the planes of her face, which hitherto were wound about my waist in a very enticing manner.
I should have expected as much. You're a gentleman after all. You aren't the sort to boast about how many one you have bedded or how you went about it.
That's the correct approach. That's the correct approach.
I can only hope you will offer me the same courtesy. Of course. I'm not about to tell anybody about this, I swear. Thank you. That is quite a relief.
And you better be the same.
You're a good person, Mr. Haru. You're so kind and thoughtful. That's why I have grown to like you, so I think. And it is why I felt safe and trusting myself to you, for it was my first time.
What? It what?
Indeed it was.
On the other hand,
Hell yeah! Embarrassing for it is for you to admit. I've never been intimate with a member of the opposite sex before. Yes. Jackpot! I was very awkward when I was growing up, and then when I became an adult, I was too mired in my job to pay my personal life much heed. I've been married to my work for years now, with little in the way of personal pleasures to distract me. I feared I would grow old and grey, and then die an old maid. It was very nice of you to play along with my capricious whims, and embraced me as you did. You were so manly as you held me. I feared my heart might truly melt.
while she was kissing, basically. We are talking about kissing here still, but still jackpot.
It felt so good. It was a little embarrassing, actually.
You don't need to be embarrassed. We're actually pretty similar.
We are.
I know it. I'd never done anything like that with anybody until a month ago. I was very popular back in high school, yeah.
What?
Professor Sakai blinks.
I cannot imagine why. You're such a compassionate boy. Were we the same age? I'm sure I would have had a crush on you.
Let's go.
I can easily imagine writing you a love letter, then sliding it into your locker. Though, of course, it's much too late for such shenanigans now. I'm too old for love letters. And I don't have a crush on you.
You don't?
You don't what? I'm a mature woman. I'm too old for silly love letters.
I mean, why not? I mean, why not? If you think about it, that would be actually pretty cool things to do still. Dude, yeah. Wink Cloud, thank you for giving me a very good idea. I mean, come on, let's face it. You're with someone, right? And you think, a love letter. Why not play that like that? Yeah, I'm signing up for this. That's definitely a good idea. It might be silly, whatever, but I feel like that would be a pretty cool thing to do.
I like you, certainly, but not like that.
Huh.
Please don't think I'm obsessed with you. That would be embarrassing.
I don't think that. It's fine, like I said. I'm happy that we did what we did, but I'm not going to expect anything else from you. Sad. It's probably a bad idea if we let things carry on, given our relationship. When all's said and done, you're still my professor.
Yes, you're right. So long as you're expecting anything else, that should be fine.
It seems like you are actually expecting something else.
It was just a one-off.
Was it?
It's not like I was hoping we could seriously fall in love, or have a relationship, or anything like that. It wouldn't be possible, no matter how fond of you I am. After all, I'm...
Professor Sakai begins, but her voice trails away. Her earlier happiness spent, she extricates her hand from my own, then looks at me with a newfound seriousness. You are?
I enjoyed our time together, Mr. Takagi, but now I must put an end to all that silly sentiment. I still have a job to do at the end of the day, and I cannot let my feelings for you interfere with that. What we discussed earlier still stands.
What? I stared at Professor Sakai stunned. I feel a bit like I'm on a roller coaster. Wait, you said that? I knew it! She used it! Teetering on the precipice before a large drop, the bottom of my stomach has fallen away, leaving me feeling hollowed out and empty. I'd hoped by becoming physically closer to Professor Sakai, I might be able to make her forget about her earlier ultimatum, but it looks like that was wishful thinking. She's very stubborn. Are you still threatening to expel me?
I am, and I will go through with it if you do not comply. I apologize for putting you in an awkward situation, but I have no other option. You have a week to confide in me and to tell me all your secrets. If you cannot meet this deadline, then I will have no choice but to make good on my threats. What? So what we did doesn't mean anything to you? It does. It means a good deal, in fact. I'm most grateful you showed me such kindness. It was very good of you. I think better of you now than I did before, and I was already fond of you. I do like you, Haru, but my personal feelings are irrelevant to my mission. I have every intention to carry it out, no matter who I hurt.
Mission? I still think she might be an alien as well. So maybe her mission is to bring Anna back. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway,
I apologize, but I have no other choice. I'm an adult, and a lot of expectations are resting upon me. I cannot afford to let my superiors down. There is nothing in my life more important than that.
well, guess we are getting my life ruined. And you know what we'll do? We'll end the episode over here. Because I started recording a little bit too late. So yeah, we'll not cover the entire day here. Even though I feel like with covering an entire day, we'd cover the entire game really fast. Anywho, we'll end it here. I need to get some sleep. We'll of course continue tomorrow, so hope to see you there. If you enjoyed, like the video. You can tell me what you would do in this situation. Would you tell to Professor Sakai everything about what's going on or not? Actually, you know what? It is not our, kinda individual decision, I would say. Let's talk with Hiyori and Anna about that and what they think. Should we reveal that? Probably. If they say yes, then we'll tell them. Why not? I think we can trust her, sort of. Besides, I do believe still that Professor Sakai is an alien as well. And she might be wanting to take Anna away. So, what we are gonna do is fight and keep our Professor and Anna on Earth. That's right. I don't want Professor Sakai to leave us. Okay? She's the one. But yeah, you can tell me what you would do in this case. Like, tell her or let it go. And we'll see how she ruins our life. Something like that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. That way you will get info when the next episode is live. You can also go to my Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, if you're into that stuff. For now, let's end it. Hope you have a wonderful day. And hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.